my fellow weirdos, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time, but I will always be popping in to see you guys. It's just unfortunately not as often as I would like because life, she's a bitch, isn't she? But today I'm doing something really special because rather than the usual unboxing or book reviews or haul videos, I'm actually going to be talking about something that I myself wrote. We're going to be talking about the Mother Mort's Carnival of Souls. If you don't follow me on my other channels, basically I worked with an incredibly talented artist called Hughes. He does these stunning Art Nouveau images, absolutely stunning. And he's part of Ethereal Visions Publishing, and we worked together on a project, which this is it, Mother Mort's Carnival of Souls, which consists of a tarot deck, beautifully created by Matt, and each of the characters in the cards is represented in an accompanying story, which is what I've written. It's a novella that I've written about the carnival and the individuals that reside there, creating more context for those cards, but also just in itself a story. The idea behind it being it's kind of a tarot deck with a twist, and it's an immersive oracle deck. You know, you can gain more insight into each of the cards by reading the story, and that provides more information and context for any reading you do using the oracle deck. Or separately, it's just a horror story where you've got this beautiful image of each of the characters within the story that you can appreciate along with the story. There are two editions, and I'm going to show you them both today and the differences between them. We've got the US Games version, which is the one that is being sold in all your major stores. It's available now finally for pre-order outside of the US. So if you're my fellow UK and Ireland peeps, or Europe or wherever, and you want to grab yourself a copy, this is now available for pre-order on Amazon. And then this is the Artists Limited Edition, which is only available from Ethereal Visions Publishing. There's only 500 of these being produced, and then there's a slight difference between the two versions, which I'll discuss in the video. So what I'll do is I'll put the links for both editions down below in case you want to grab yourself a copy. And really, I just wanted to show you guys because it's something I am so proud to have got to work on. I think it's turned out so beautifully, and I just want to share that with this wonderful community, and I'm excited. So I'm going to get into the US Games version first of all. So it comes in this beautiful box with the description on the back, and then obviously the title on the front. And when you open it up, I mean, look at that. It's stunning. So with it you get, first of all, your ticket to the carnival, and as you can see, it's got this beautiful metallic to it. I use this personally as a bookmark, but that's your ticket to the carnival. Next up is the book itself. So this is the novella that I wrote, and it's got this beautiful green to match the rest of it. Again, beautiful metallics. I mean, look at the lining for that. What I love about Matt and Ethereal and US Games is that they've worked together to create what is genuinely just a beautiful piece in itself. So when we get inside, what I love there is my name, and the fact that it was edited by a member of the Stoker family, as in Bram Stoker, yes, makes me very, very happy. So Matt has done beautiful little pieces of art for chapter headings and things, and you've got the various characters throughout. Beautiful images, which are actually not on the cards. These are just in addition to the cards. It's just gorgeous. Matt's illustrations are stunning. So that's all the way through the book. And again, there's that beautiful back there. So that's the novella. The next thing you'll pull out of the box is your meanings to the cards, which I also created with them. And this gives you who each of the card characters are. It gives you a backstory to them. and then the interpretation of the card if you're using it as an oracle deck. So if you're going for the oracle deck purpose of the card, then this is quite an essential piece of kit. And then the cards themselves, I just love the detail. Like, they've got the little balloon just at the backing here underneath where the cards would be. I just think little touches like that make it so beautiful. So the back of the cards, again with the beautiful metallic gilding, is just stunning, and this green is just perfection. It's really lovely, thick, quality card, and they're a good size as well, as you can see from my hand here. And then we get into the characters themselves. So here we have our protagonist, Arsenic Jane herself, and you'll see it's got this beautiful green metallic on it. I mean, Matt's art is just beyond. Bone Fairies. This is Coral Shield, the chemist. I love these so much. So Mother Mort herself is the traditional mother, maiden, and crone. So this is the crone version of her. So there's 3 cards representing Mother Mort. We've got Dream Cadaver. Aren't these just gorgeous? I mean, Matt is such an incredible artist. I wanted to include Celtic folklore as much as it can be in Irish. So there's Irish and Scottish Celtic creatures in here, and one of them is hoodwinks. So if we go to our interpretation here, this will tell you their backstory and the interpretation for the cards. So these are based on the puka. The puka are a little mischievous kind of goblin creature from Celtic folklore. They aren't overly malevolent, they're not evil or anything, but they will play a lot of tricks on you, and sometimes they can be a little bit nasty. So the backstory says the puka are mischievous little creatures who wander among the carnival goers, eager to play pranks on their unsuspecting victims. These shapeshifters can take on many forms, though in the Carnival of Souls they frequently dress as clowns, considered bringers of both good and bad fortune. The appearance of a puka can represent either extreme trickery or refreshing, helpful playfulness. Most often encouraged or encountered in rural, isolated areas, puka are much like a no-face two-sided coin, representing the inherent paradoxical nature of reality. So the interpretation is, when caught in a selfish or egotistical frame of mind, these two tricksters encourage you to pull back and try to see the non-dual aspect of reality. Maybe you've been viewing a situation or problem in your life as an either-or choice, where there's one winner and one loser. The card invites you to shed your black and white thinking and remember that reality is more of a grey scale. So that shows you an example of the cards and their interpretation. So I'll keep showing you these cards here. So we have the King of Crows. And the crow is a piece of imagery that comes up quite frequently. We have the Kismet. This creature, part lion, part ox, white fur and mane, 9 grey eyes, 6 sharp horns, and a big long black tongue. This is from Chinese folklore. Then we've got Lady Makira. I love these creatures in particular, the Lightbringers. These are a neutral creature that doesn't take any part in anything that goes on in the carnival. They just observe from above, and he's represented them beautifully with the candle wax over their eyes to sort of represent that neutrality. We've got Ludus the Clown. He's a sweetheart. Madame Pythia, who is snake-like as the snakes in which she performs. This is Maiden Mort. As I said, we've got Mother, Maiden, and Crone versions of her. The Memento Mori machine. I mean, look at these stunning. His art is very dreamlike to me. It has this beautiful quality about them that can be like a beautiful dream or perhaps a nightmare, as the case may be. They don't just do tarot decks at Ethereal Visions, they also do beautiful editions of books. I've got examples here behind me, the Frankenstein, the Dracula, and the Edgar Allan Poe here. These are all by Ethereal Visions and they're all illustrated by Matt and they're stunning. So Morrigan is another Celtic piece of folklore. She would whisper in the ears of warriors right before they went into battle, and what she said would often sort of dictate how they performed in the battle. So she's like a cool warrior maiden. Then we've got Mother Mort. I mean, look at that. I'm sorry. I don't know, I wish I could write like this or draw like this. This is the Knuckle Levy there, a Scottish piece of folklore. Another of my favourite characters is One-Eyed Jack. I love the art of this particular one. I think she is stunning. Nightmarish, but beautiful. Another one. So as you can see, all these wonderful creatures, some of them completely made up by ourselves, some of them based on traditional folklore. Siren being an obvious one from traditional folklore. This is my daughter's favourite card for obvious reasons. She's a mermaid fan. Sluagh are also Celtic folklore. They are pretty dark piece of folklore. I love traditional folklore and how creepy they all are. You know, the basis of so many fairy tales that we're familiar with, and when you read into what's behind them, they're actually pretty disturbing, and I love that. Another crow, and that's Wormtongue. So that's the collection of all the cards. As you can see, the art is absolutely gorgeous. So that's everything you get in the US Games version, and I'm obsessed with how it looks. I think it's just beyond stunning. We've had wonderful feedback from people who've already received the deck and read the story, and people have said such wonderful things to me, so thank you so much for reaching out and giving me those beautiful reviews and feedback, because it really genuinely makes my day. So the differences between this and the limited edition, artist edition, first of all, is the letters on the box here. As you can see, they're raised, and they're also in glow-in-the-dark ink, which I can say glows in the dark really well, because I forgot I had it at my dining table, and when I came down one night I was like, what is that? And I realized it was this, so it glows pretty well. When you open it up, it's much the same. You've got your card and the novella. You've got different art though on the interpretation book. This is the US Games one, and this is the artist edition. This is slightly different art on there. And what you get is a signed artist's card, signed by Matt, and it's on the beautiful card again to show that it's the limited edition. And then you also get two completely different versions of cards. The Siren, so this is the standard version of the Siren, and then this is the limited edition version of the Siren, which I love. Absolutely stunning. So we have the original version of Wormtongue and then the artist edition version of Wormtongue. I like how both of the artist edition versions are the much darker, scarier version of things. I think that I love that they're the sort of true nature of things behind. You never judge things by how they appear, because it can be much darker underneath. That's the difference between the two decks, and there's only 500, I believe, of these being produced, so you know you've got yourself something truly limited. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'll put the links down below so you can go and order one if you'd like to support, or if you just think it's a cool thing. I'm obsessed with it, I have to say. I'm genuinely so proud to have been part of this project. And you know, if we get a lot of good feedback from this, you never know, with the Carnival might coming into town again someday. So let me know what your thoughts are below. I would love to hear from you guys, what you think of the art, what you think, if you've got your hands on one, what you thought of my story. I would love to hear your feedback, and that's it for now. I'll see you soon. Bye.